Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Mo and Ash Vibes. In our today's video, we are going to talk about that what documents you should take with you when you are going to Canada as a new international student after your study permit application is approved. So I'm going to talk about all the important documents that you must take, but also I am going to talk about some additional documents which are not like necessary or which are not mandatory, but if you will take them with you, it's going to be helpful for you. So stay tuned till the end of this video. But before we start talking about our today's topic, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel, because on our channel we provide you with all the informative videos related to Canada and Canadian immigration. So let's get started. The first most important document is your passport, in which your Canadian visa will be attached. I know that it sounds really silly to even mention about this, because a lot of you might be thinking that of course we are going to take our passport with us. But what happens is that when you are preparing your other documents, sometimes in that hustle you forget about your passport because you are too much worried about taking the other documents that sometimes the most obvious document, which is your passport, you forget about that. And I also know of few people who have done that before, that they have packed everything else but they forgot about their passport. So your passport is definitely the most important document that you need to take with you, so make sure you do not forget about it. The next two important documents are your offer letter as well as your letter of acceptance. Now sometimes students really get confused between these two documents because they think that they are the same documents, but actually they both are different documents. When you apply for a course in a college or university, they first issue you an offer letter. This is not the final letter. It's only after you pay your tuition fee they issue you a letter of acceptance. This is the final letter, which means that this is the letter that you use for your visa application. So you have to make sure that you keep the offer letter as well as your letter of acceptance. Now, when you're going to apply for your study permit application, you also have to show that you will be able to support yourself in Canada, which means you have enough money to take care of yourself when you are studying in Canada. Whatever proof of funds you have provided or included in your application, you must take the documentation of all those proof of funds with you to Canada. For example, if you opened a GIC account, then you must take the GIC certificate with you to Canada. Or if you have taken some sort of a loan like education loan, then do not forget to take the documentation of that loan with you to Canada. Similarly, if there are any other things that you have provided as proof of funds, make sure that you are taking the documentation of those things with you to Canada. Also, now when you are going to pay for your tuition fee, you are going to get a receipt. So make sure that you take that receipt with you as well, because that is a proof that you have already paid for your tuition fee. Now, when you submit all your documents and apply for your study permit application, you get a submission letter. So make sure you also take the file submission letter with you. Then you must also take the medical information sheet with you. Remember, your medical exam is valid for 12 months only from the day you get it. So when you're going to land in Canada, that day your medical results should be valid. Your medical should be valid. So make sure you're taking care of that. So you have to take your medical information sheet with you. Also, you need to bring with you all the documents related to biometrics, which means you should take your biometrics instruction letter with you, as well as after your biometric is done, then you should take the validation letter with you as well. So all the documents that are related to your biometrics, you must take them with you. Next, very important document that you must take with you is your port of entry letter. Make sure that you do not forget about this letter, and you must take with you. So when your study permit application is approved, then the IRCC sends you the visa, but along with that they also send you this port of entry letter. And once you are going to come here to Canada, then at the airport they are going to check this letter. So make sure that you do not forget about this letter. This letter is also known as the letter of introduction or the correspondence letter. So definitely do not forget about this letter, and do take this letter with you. Then you must carry your IELTS result as well. You must also carry all your academic transcripts. So you must carry your 10th mark sheet, your 12th mark sheet. If you're coming here after graduation, then your graduation mark sheet. If you have done your post-graduation as well, then all your 10th, 12th, graduation and post-graduation, all your mark sheets, or if you have done some sort of certification or some sort of diploma, so you must carry that with you. So basically whatever education you have completed in your home country, make sure you are carrying the mark sheet, you are carrying the transcripts and the documentation for those things. Now the next important document that you must carry with you is your proof of vaccination. So you must carry that proof with you that you have already got your 2 doses of vaccines which are approved or accepted in Canada. So now when you are going to get that proof, make sure that your passport number is mentioned on that proof, because otherwise when you get your vaccination done, they give you a certificate, but in normal certificate usually the passport number is not mentioned. But if you will tell them that you need that certificate because you are traveling, they will give you a certificate that will have the passport number on it as well. So make sure that your passport number is on your vaccination certificate. This is really important. And then you also have to download the ArriveCan app and submit all your information on that app 72 hours before your arrival to Canada. Also make sure that you upload your vaccination certificate as well on that app, and it should be the same vaccination certificate that has the passport number on it. And there are some documents that you should keep handy with you. For example, if you have bought any travel insurance or any sort of insurance, then keep that document with you. Similarly, memorize your college login password and your login ID. You should always remember it. And if you already have a timetable with you, like your college schedule and everything, that when is your orientation and what courses are you taking in your first semester and your timetable, if you have all that with you as well, then take a printout of that and keep that with you. It's just some additional document that if you will keep it with you, it's just easier, just in case if there are any questionings or if the border officer asks you any questions, so you have all these documents handy with you. Now let's talk about some documents from your home country that you can carry with you. These documents are not necessary or mandatory, but if you carry them with you, it's going to be helpful for you. So for example, I'm particularly going to talk about India because I'm from India. So you can carry your PAN card and your Aadhaar card with you, because when you're going to come to Canada, you will have to apply for your photo ID, but that will take some time. So initially you will just have your passport as your only photo ID with you. So it's better to have more than one photo ID with you, which is government issued as well. So it's a better idea to take your Aadhaar card with you and your PAN card with you. So till the time you do not get your photo IDs from Canada, you have additional photo IDs with you, which is government issued from your country. So keep those documents with you as well. Then carry your birth certificate with you, although it might not be required, but just in case, let's say down the line if you decide to sponsor your parents, so this document can be used to show your relationship with your parents. So this document is at that time required. So it's always good to have that document with you beforehand only, because otherwise you will have to tell your parents to send that document to you. So it's better to have it with you already. But if that document is in any other language than English or French, then make sure you translate it and you get it notarized as well. So this is again very important, that the document must be in either English or French. Another very important document that you must carry with you to Canada is your driving license from your respective home country, as well as the extract. So if you have experience in driving in your home country, then you must bring your driver's license from your home country to Canada, as well as the extract that would show that you have experience and you have a history of driving in your home country. It's going to be really helpful for you when you are going to apply for your license in Canada. Now, not all colleges provide with the travel support letter, but if your college has provided you with a travel support letter, then make sure you take that with you as well. Similarly, if you have some passport size photographs with you, then take them with you, although they are not required, but it's good to have them with you just in case if somebody requires it, then you can give it to them right away. For example, let's say in the first few days your college asks for some additional photographs from you, then you will have it with you. You don't really have to figure out where to get it done from. Some people, when they book their tickets, they book it online. In that case, they are going to receive their itinerary online only. But I would just suggest you to get a printout of your ticket as well and keep with you in your handbag, so that if somebody asks for it, your ticket is handy and you don't have to really worry about opening up your phone and checking your email and showing it to them. And sometimes when you're at the airport, sometimes the network doesn't work, and in that case, sometimes it's difficult to open up your email and get your ticket. So if you have a printout of it, you can just show that paper to them, and then you don't really have to worry about the network or anything else. Similarly, if you are taking any cash with you, any Canadian dollars with you, then make sure that you carry the receipt of your exchange with you as well. I know nobody's going to ask for it, but it's always a good idea to have it with you. So from wherever you got your Indian money exchanged into Canadian money, just keep that receipt with you. So these are the documents that you must take with you to Canada as a new student. Some of these documents are necessary and mandatory, but some of these documents are not mandatory, but it's a good idea to take them with you anyway because they might help you in the future. Similarly, if there are any specific documents that the visa office asked from you specifically, then do not forget to take those documents as well, because you know what, each and every case is different. So maybe there are some documents that they have asked of you specifically, so make sure you are taking those documents with you. I have just tried to cover the general documents that is for everybody that you must take with you to Canada. Still, if you have any more questions related to any of the documents, then feel free to comment in the section below and I will reply to you as soon as possible. If you liked our today's video, please hit the like button and also share the content. Now I will see you in our next video. Until next time, ta-da!